on, was a real game changer. She's got 3 goals to her name so far this season. She's equal top scorer for this side. Signed as a scholarship player. And is really producing for the Wellington Phoenix as Langman had to come out and disrupt that run. Nash trying to find somebody to play the ball to. Tried to go with the right back Sarah Rowe, not able to do it that time, so they'll try to switch it to the other side. This ball will play a little bit further forward for Martin, who gets taken out by Olivia Kelly. Both going for the ball, and Martin coming off worse of the two. Kelly came in strong, and Martin still on the ground. Take a look at that. Martin, she got a maybe slight piece of the ball, but definitely on that follow through got Annabelle Martin and just tripped up. And really big collision. We've seen some big collisions this weekend of football. Back to last night's game with Sheridan Gallagher's second yellow card. But Martin's up on her feet. Looks to be all good. Take a look at that one more time, and just unfortunate, and Martin actually spun in the air. Ray, that ball hides the far post, and Rasmussen not able to chase it down. Quick hands there from Paul Temple. A little bit disappointed at man from New Zealand. You'd expect him, rugby skills. Clearly was thrown off by that Paramount banner in front of him. Brooke Nunn now advancing the ball, and making a tactical foul there from Maya McCutcheon. Just a needed foul, allowed her side the ability to reset defensively. Once again, Taylor Ray standing over the ball. Mariners quite spread out, so any idea where it could go, and ends up safely into the hands of Carolina Valau. Valau, a Portuguese national in this season. Maybe had some early stumbles, but for the most part has been a relatively safe pair of hands for the Phoenix at the back. Quilligan. Nash now closed down, and Whittam now applying the pressure, and they've won it back high and immediately given it away. Olivia Ferguson not able to get the ball the first time, but on second effort she's able to, and Nash, that same effort, bumping her off the ball. Quilligan, can they make it out of this tight space? They can't. And Jale with that touch too far forward. Now Galich, and given away cheaply again, but immediately given back. It's everybody doing everybody favours. And they may be out here, the Mariners, and Jade Pennick turned Barry, went centrally. They've got to be quick here, the Mariners, and the strike away. Second effort at it, and just wide. Wow, seemed to see it the whole way through. There's that effort from Tiana Fuller. Allow. That's a high ball. Nash needs to be mindful. Not so that time. Ferguson playing it out to Jale. Now Longo got the angle as she likes. Got the shot away. The chase down her own rebound. Can she keep it in place? She can, sends it across, and there's Jessica Nash ready and waiting to clear it away. Husband would certainly love her side just to get a little bit more control in this game. Here's what the Mariners are known for. Struggling in this early part of the game. That ball just got moved right to Sarah Langman's hands. Quilligan. And that's poor from the youngster. Just looking for Brooke Nunn and just put too much on it. Nia Elliott this time. What can she do? Can't get very far. They may get a second effort at it, the Phoenix. None. Got Fuller up ahead. Closed down by McCutcheon, and McCutcheon using her strength just to knock her off the ball. Longo, can they move quickly? The Phoenix. And Longo, not on the same page as Jale, who didn't make the run. But Longo played the ball there. Ryan McCutcheon is not going to lose that battle, but she certainly had her arm right up against Brooke Nunn's neck. Maybe a little bit lucky not to give away a free kick in that instance. Nash. Loving this switch. The Mariners out to Brooke Nunn. Trying to hit her in stride as she tries to find Jay Pennick. Barry clears it, but only as far as Pennick, but Barry gets it with the second effort. And just get some distance, but manages to stay in play. Right. None. Not able to be closed down. Bringing the ball back, Olivia Ferguson. Martin. Fuller. And that touch just took her away. Just a stumble on the ball. Longo pounces on the mistake. Wynnum got options up ahead. And now it's a foot race, and Sarah Rowe in the right spot. McCutcheon. Dragged down, it looked like by Brooke Nunn, but Brooke Nunn got her payback in that go of it. Lindsay Barry just waiting for Valau, was ever so close to Rasmussen getting a shot away. Just catching Annabelle Martin late was Mania Elliott, and if referee Rachel Mitchinson has set the precedent to let this game be a little bit more physical, we'll see which side that serves the better of. We're gonna go at it. Martin gets a cross in, and there's nobody making the run. Wynnum, quick thinking. Rowe, can she get there first? She can. And manages just to shield the ball away. They're going to win it back, the Phoenix. Longo went down the line, and Ferguson wasn't there. Just these final third passes for both sides that are really just not clicking in this early portion of the game. Particularly for the Phoenix, they're winning the ball up in high enough areas. They're just that final pass, they're not able able to execute as of right now. Barry steps up, trying to block Rasmussen. Ball across and cleared by Jaber. Wynnum. Nice bit of footwork from Alyssa Wynnum to create some space. Charlie not able to get it and wrote. Barry. Let's do a U-turn. Now she's facing her goal. Don't necessarily want that. Kenzie Barry at Football Fern. Very good centre back and another one of these Wellington Phoenix players who've been there from season 1. All-time leading appearance get up for the club. Pennick. Bobbles through for Rowe and Barry heads it down. Wynnum. Bobbled the ball initially and can't find Mania Elliott as Brooke Nunn uses her experience to just safely deliver the ball to Sarah Langman. Really need to create some chances here, the Wellington Phoenix, and capitalise on a Central Coast Mariners side who are short on players. That's a good ball through for Rasmussen, and Barry just sticking her boot out, but a chance on goal. Blocked by Valal to deny Tiana Fuller. Rasmussen couldn't get it the first time, but the ball fell perfectly for Fuller. And Valal just spread out and said, try and get past me. And Fuller not able to do so. Those are the kinds of chances the Phoenix need to get and the Central Coast Mariners want to continue getting in this game. Player out there on the field in Grace Jarley, 27 chances created so far this season, the most of any player she can create. Wellington Phoenix, they are kind of middle of the pack when it comes to putting chances away. They need to really be capitalising, particularly as we head to the latter portion of this season. Jaber in a foot race with Fuller, and Jaber is one of the fittest players in this competition, so able to get there comfortably. Galich. Poke away. Longo. Wynnum, heavy touch. It's been a bit of a pinball this game at times. Both sides really struggling to retain possession and just right on cue. Jarley. It's a good ball to Wynnum. Elliott. Dragged that ball into the path, but Ferguson able to retrieve it. And Taylor Ray, that's why she's been put into defence. She can hold her own, and she's also a great facilitator of the ball. Now we've got something happening here. Brooke It's been lively, picking up the ball in little pockets of space as we've got goalkeeper she's trying to pass in, Carolina Valal, down receiving treatment at the moment. Very unfortunate for the Phoenix if they aren't able to have Valau continue, as both coaches try to instruct their players and find some solutions to some of the questions that have been asked in this game. They've both had chances of picking the ball up in good areas. Tiana Fuller having the best opportunity right in front of goal, and Carolina Valau able to stop that effort. Valau does look to be up on her feet, so she does look okay for the moment. There is Taylor Ray. And a few things to do so far in this game. I imagine she'd love to get a little bit further forward and involved in the attack a little bit more. She's been asked to do the defensive duties and has been doing them really well for the most part. It's freed up Bianca Galich, who originally was there after Ash Irwin's ACL injury. She's playing at centre back now. Galich is playing a little bit further forward, playing in the midfield where she usually is. They're still waiting on the return of Izzy Gomez. Nash. Quilligan. Touch helped her out. Now Brooke Nunn. Got Fuller and Rasmussen. And that pass needed to be a lot better. She gets it back. Will she have a second go at it? And Pennick not able to trap the ball. Jale able to fake out Nunn. Kelly. Very spread out this game. Both sides just a little bit loose maybe with their shape. And that ball's not good for Martin. And able to get away with it that time, the Mariners. Martin had to stretch for the ball. Maybe would have been there to let it go, but ultimately works out with Mania Elliott knocking it out of play. Nash. Rasmussen. Barry very closely shadowing Annalise Rasmussen. And that's a chipped over and too far for Mania Elliott to track down. Quilligan immediately closed down. Every time Tess Quilligan gets near the ball, there is an army of Wellington Phoenix players who immediately surround. That is more accurate passer by a substantial margin. Galich. Jale. Lara Wall. Back to Wall. Jale able to get rid of a few of the Mariners players. And Jale just too long on the ball. Didn't hear the shout. Once again, as I mentioned, Tess Quilligan immediately targeted as soon as she gets the ball. Again, there are the numbers. Wynnum, Jale immediately going. And they're all smiles down in Woy Woy. Annalie Longo. Such an experienced player. Struggled with injuries at times in her career, but She does play for the Wellington Phoenix. They are a really good side. 3 goals to her name as well this season. Nunn. Lau just chipping it over for Lara Wall, who has to chase it down. Not going to have a lot of space and room to operate, and now she's vacated the space. You can see Paul Temple is certainly frustrated with that. Hennick. Rasmussen. Mackenzie Barry there once again. She is stuck to Annalise Rasmussen. Wherever she goes, she will find her. Wynnum left the ball behind. Longo. And asking a lot of Ferguson. Rowe. Who's doing a handstand now, Sarah Rowe. Very acrobatic. And Grace Jarley, who caused that bit of gymnastics from Sarah Rowe, gets her name in the book. And certainly a really dangerous challenge, stepping on her boot. Very dangerous from Grace Jarley to land on Rowe's foot like that. And Rasmussen went too early. Rasmussen's going to have a tough afternoon if Mackenzie Barry keeps tracking her down. Maybe Mackenzie Barry watched Taken last night and was trying to body what Liam Neeson's character was, just tracking down defenders. Wynnum. And there's nobody there. I think she was asking a lot of herself. She was able to bring it back momentarily. Rowe. Nicely done from Sarah Rowe to find Brooke Nunn. They need options ahead, or Nunn's going to have to go solo, and she elects to go solo and straight into the hands of Valau. She's picking up the ball in really good areas, Brooke Nunn, but she needs those runners ahead to make those movements. Just a little bit static in front sometimes from the Central Coast Mariners. Wall. Pennick was just standing there and got the ball back, but ended up passing it straight to Lara Wall. Nash. Allow the long ball forward. It's a different type of attack for the Wellington Phoenix. Jale, can she get her shot away? Jale, not quite sure what she was doing there. Went for the pass, but had a clear sight of goal. I know she's created a lot of chances, but maybe needs to be more ruthless as Wynnum takes that strike from the edge of the box. And Grace Jale and went for it and then hooked it and went for the pass from Anaya Elliott, but she was all by herself, and then Alyssa Wynnum with that effort in the end. She went for the pass, but maybe she needed to go for the shot. Nunn. Rasmussen, Barry once again, ready and waiting. Pennick, take the shot. And allow easy grab. Wynnum. Nice. Jay Pennick, shot on target, but Lau's been a lot of catching practice so far in this game. Nunn. Straight into Kelly. They got it back on the rebound. McCutcheon, Longo. Elliott. Able to fake out Nunn. And played it straight into the feet of Annabelle Martin. Need some more movement up ahead. And now Kelly gets the cross away, but that wasn't going to trouble anybody. Pretty well themselves, Manaya Elliott and Kelly, just to try and create a little bit of space to get something away, but that time the American couldn't find a teammate in the box. Dominating those final third entries, but neither side really putting neither keepers under any real pressure. Besides that Tiana Fuller chance. She had 3 shots in this game, the most of anybody in the park. There's really a chance maybe she would have liked to have a second go at as Rowe tries to switch it in. Can't find Nunn. Also, Nunn couldn't control the ball, but retain possession. Fuller trying to play out to Martin, but cut off by Kelly. Just the pace of this game has just dropped for the moment. Very cagey affair. Longo. Can somebody spark this game to life? And some defences under some real pressure as that run was too early from Maya McCutcheon. That is a player who's capable of bringing a spark to this game, Alyssa Wynnum. Seeing her do it straight off, kick off at half-time. She'll do it in the first half. Pennick. Over the top for Nunn. Will it sit and stay in play? It will. Kelly's going to be forced to go near her. Headed away by Jaber. And Jale tries to get some distance and find Cooligan. Rowe. And hitting her own teammate in Tiana Fuller. Wall. Wynnum. This has looked like a promising bit of play, but once again, the pattern of this game, chances quickly snuffed out. Like Rasmussen may have gone slightly early, and that is the call. Easy decision. Miss Rasmussen is a player who at times can struggle with the side traps that teams set for her. She's a very heavy contributor to offside stat for the Central Coast Mariners. Too much on that for everybody. Galich, we've seen too much of her this afternoon, trying to slip it through, but Jaber just stuck a boot out, managed to clear it away. Barry, not the cleanest contact, but found Jale, and Pennick found the ball. Quilligan. Straight into the chest of Alyssa Wynnum, but she continues. Ferguson brought down by Tess Quilligan. Easy decision. And Mackenzie Barry got that contact all wrong. And has just forced her side to retreat ever so slightly, and they clear it long, and Wynnum is easily offside. We're not too far away from half-time here in Woy Woy. Second time we've been here. The Mariners looking for their first ever win at this ground. Wellington Phoenix looking to spoil the party and continue that run of form that has seen them find themselves in the top 6. Rowe able to chase it down. Nunn. Nudged off the ball. It'll stay with the Mariners. Galich has easily moved off the ball. Ray charging forward, trying to find a teammate, and that's just a poor pass from Jaber to Valau. Not sure what she was thinking. There's no way Valau was going to be able to pick it up. Ray made the run through, beat Barry, and then Jaber just knocked it to her keeper, and Valau ultimately did pretty well to avoid her hands and have the ball ricochet back into the path of Jaber to finally clear it away. But that was some nervy moments for the Wellington Phoenix. Putting themselves under pressure after that run from Taylor Ray. First corner in the 38th minute. Martin, looping ball. There's a header for Galich. And couldn't keep it down. She had a clean look at it. Had some pressure to her right-hand side. Maybe that pressure from Maya McCutcheon is just what took that header off course. Galich not able to keep it down, but the Mariners have had the two biggest chances in this game. Tiana Fuller chance when she was one-on-one with Carolina Valau and played it straight into her. And now that effort from Bianca Galic, who, for all things considered, when you look at it, had a pretty good look getting the first goal of this game. Longo. Wall. Just completely miscues that kick. See Jess Nash trying to give instruction. The likes of Peter Trimmis there and Shay Evans. He's come on and make an impact for the Mariners in the second half, potentially. Wall. Ferguson immediately closed down, but able to get the angle. And that shot is well wide. And Ferguson, maybe a little bit lonely at times, being the lead striker for this Wellington Phoenix side. Not a lot of support at times in this game. Having to really win those one-on-one battles and wait for teammate support. Win it back once again, Wellington. Can they create something? They've got the ball in these positions. They just haven't been able to find that follow-up pass. And Jess Nash makes sure that pattern continues. Pennick. Asking a lot of full up, but Kelly and Barry are there, and Wellington in a comfortable position here. What's going on in the mind of Paul Temple? Can he find some answers? There's a lot of talk about the small ball style of play last season. They've maybe slightly drifted away from that style of play. We've seen it even at times. There's that long ball to Grace Jarley. They're willing to change it up to try and get the result. And certainly our side capable of playing that very tactical game. Jarley, McCutcheon. Wall, surrounded by a sea of yellow, and no teammate there. As Rasmussen taken out, and eventually the whistle does go. As Maya Elliott just knocked down by Taylor Ray. And just coming through, there was Ruby Kelly. Rowe. Longo. Quilligan. There's McCutcheon. Just wanted to apply that pressure. J-Butt trying to shield it and watch it go out, and eventually does what she's after. Ball, poor touch, providing pressure. Rowe almost capitalising. Galic with the strike, and wide once again. Galic freed up, playing a little bit more in the midfield, but Sarah Rowe really applied that pressure to even force the chance on goal from Galic. Willing to press Lara Wall and put them under a little bit of pressure and win the ball high up for the Mariners. Galic straight into the path of a waiting Maya McCutcheon. McCutcheon wins the battle and wins a free kick. Kelly. Pennick Picking up a spot to deny Lara Wall. McCutcheon. And Mania Elliott continued her run, sending it across. Jarley's there, and she skies the effort. It was a good bit of play from the Phoenix. Elliott made the run on the right-hand side. Jarley did her job running through the middle, but just couldn't control that ball. Maybe a little bit slight degree of difficulty. Ball wasn't necessarily flat on the ground as it came to her. May have taken a slight bobble before it hit her boot. Pennick. Going to be 3 minutes added on for this first 45 minutes. And that was the best chance for the Wellington Phoenix that came by. Grace Jarley not able to keep the ball down. There's confirmation. For 3 minutes. And Rowe not able to chase the ball down. Wall. McCutcheon. And Jarley not able to bring it under control. Ray. Milligan. Just very spread out, and it's hard for these sides, it looks like at times, to find the next pass. It's just an enormous amount of space between each section of the park. Rowe able to get across in. Rasmussen rose for it. Kelly was there first. Barry finding Wynnum. Can they get a last effort on goal before half-time? She needs to find a teammate. Elects to go with Grace Jarley. Only got Olivia Ferguson in the middle. Jarley's just going to have to play with it for a little bit and goes very early. Straight to the feet of Jarley, able to poke it down. She's got a teammate in the middle in Ferguson. That's where the ball goes. Ferguson, can she get under control? Langman did so well. Stood tall, able to deny Ferguson. Wasn't the easiest pass to get under control in the first place, but Langman did all the work to deny these chances from the Wellington Phoenix. They're coming late in the first half, but they're not able to put them away. They did well to pick off the pass initially from Grace Jarley. The Ferguson denied by Sarah Langman. And that is the end to the first 45 minutes of football. Some big chances for Grace Jarley, Olivia Ferguson, Tiana Fuller for the Central Coast Mariners. And both goalkeepers, when they've needed to in this game, they have stood up. There's been not that many clear-cut chances. They all fell really late for the Wellington Phoenix, and the Mariners scattered throughout. But at halftime, it is the Central Coast Mariners 0, Wellington Phoenix 0. Look at the first 45 minutes of action. This is how it unfolded. Pennick making the run through. Fuller having the most efforts, and then this one here just wide. So Panic wants to cut inside, find a teammate. And Fuller with the most shots for the Mariners in that first 45 minutes at goal. And denied. They were either wide, too high. Those efforts not great, and that ball poked by Mackenzie Barry, and then Fuller, that was the best chance she had. Not able to get it past Carolina Villau. Played it straight at her. Rasmussen was beaten by Barry, but then Fuller couldn't beat Villau. And then this effort from Bianca Galich, skied it, could not get it under control, could not keep it down. It was a great opportunity, clean header, and then those wide efforts. On goal. But then this effort, Jale probably should have scored. A great effort from Anaya Elliott to make the run on the right-hand side, and then Jale just skied it high and couldn't bring it down. And then this pass forced Ferguson wide, and then Langman just made herself big and closed the space on Olivia Ferguson and denied the Wellington Phoenix a chance at a goal in the first 45 Well, after this
and Melbourne victory. And we had a 1-1 draw and a 1-0 loss. Obviously the Western game wasn't great and we're extremely disappointed with our output in that game. But I thought for 30 minutes in that game we're actually half decent as well. So we have to improve in all facets of the game, particularly in front of goal and obviously defending our own goal. I think we've got to compete. Brisbane Roar's a fantastic team, and I think they'll definitely be in the mix still for both bits of silverware this year. I think they've got a tremendous outfit. Obviously, you've got Sian Fry who's just signed for Wolfsburg, so that's going to be a massive step in her career. And you know they've got obviously Yallop, who's extremely experienced in the league. So we have to be ready for what it's going to take to bring a challenge to the Roar. I think they're an excellent side, and we definitely haven't forgotten the match we played them at Perry Park, which was a very difficult night for us.
So I think we train well, so it's just about putting those, I guess, performances in on the pitch on a game day, because that's when it matters. I think we've emphasised a few things, whether that be going forward and creating more opportunities. I mean, that's clear, that's something that we need to do. And we've been working on that, but I think just overall he's kept the vibe really high within the group, and for that I think we'll just keep tracking along and hopefully we'll be able to pick up some results. Obviously our performance away at Brisbane wasn't great. We fell short majorly and we didn't look in the game, but we're well aware of that. We've not shied away from it, and I think leading up to this game this weekend, we've tried to put a lot of things right in training, and I think that we'll go out there and put on a much better performance than what we did.
Well, it's time now to get to know their veteran goalkeeper a little better. She enjoyed a birthday yesterday and turned 33. Let's hear from Perth's birthday girl, Casey Dumont.
My probably favourite A-League goal is season 1 when I got to step up for Queensland Roar and be the first penalty taker in the finals. And the best thing about it is the next one I saved as well.
Bolger. Oh, hit the post, and maybe Dumont got something on there.
How do I describe myself as a footballer? Loud. I'd like to say I have a good goalkeeper presence. One of my strengths is high balls, so I like to own my 6-yard box, which is a really good quality to have as a goalkeeper and a footballer. And I think I can predict the play before it happens, so making the save before the save happens. The reaction I get when I tell people my main job is being a footballer, a lot of them are very surprised and do the, "Are you serious?" But a lot of them also go, "What a life to have," and most of the time I'm happily agreeing with them, because what a day job to have. Well, luckily enough, I already have a career outside of this. I'm already a nurse. However, I probably would have loved to be like a pro netballer, just because I did that before I joined soccer. Was I the best player when I was younger? Definitely not, especially on the field. But once I converted to goalkeeping, yeah, surprisingly, I obviously got good hand and eye coordination and reflexes, so that was a good bonus. But I also started back in the day where I was playing with the boys, so I was not good compared to them, but had the, obviously, confidence of being a goalkeeper, so the boys very much helped me get better in my game. If I had a day off, oh God, that would be amazing. Get to sleep in, have proper brunch and breakfast, and, you know, just take your time and actually enjoy the day off. I would likely do recovery, where it's either swim at the beach or go and do plunge and everything, but I think the biggest thing was get to actually sleep in and enjoy a lovely breakfast and, you know, a proper coffee, read a book a little bit and things like that. The best fan interaction I've had is, there's probably 2. So one I was involved with where it was Melbourne victory versus Melbourne City, the penalty shootout that we had down at Casey's Fields. It was awesome because the weather was terrible, but we had all these fans that stayed back and celebrated with us, and I think we were out there for an extra 30 minutes afterwards, just cheering and dancing and everything. But then my second one is probably Central Coast Mariners men when they won. and where the stadium just got stormed. It was spent like the atmosphere. Yeah, it was just what you see overseas. Basically, we got to experience it here. So they're my two favorite moments. There's not many people that get to say this is their job, but the main thing is I get to enjoy what I'm doing, have fun, and play a sport regularly. But also too, if this is your dream, keep it a dream and keep chasing it, because it can happen, and it is a possibility now. Whereas back then it used to not be. You used to always have to try and work first and then sport, whereas now it's sport first. So they're probably my two things. Have fun, but also it can be a job and enjoy it.
Well, welcome back to Woy Woy, and it is 0-0 at halftime. Both sides certainly had chances, but neither side able to break the deadlock, as you see Nia Ellie and Mackenzie Barry having a chat there with Lara Wall as well. But Taylor Ray, situated in the centre of defence for the Central Coast Mariners, been troubled a few times, but for the most part, she's been really good. Hasn't had too much to do, but the attackers, Grace Jarley and Liv Ferguson, had the best chances, weren't able to put them away. Jarley was denied from just a couple of metres out from a ball from Anaya Elliott on the right-hand side. Skied that chance and then not able to find Ferguson with the cleanest of passes. And Ferguson was denied then ultimately by Sarah Langman. But for Central Coast Mariners, this is pretty typical of the way games can go for them. Obviously being so depleted of players, going forward at times can be a struggle, but they've had their chance, they've had more possession. And they are a very experienced side and capable of creating moments with players like Brooke Nunn. He's picking up the ball in really dangerous little pockets, but it was that follow-up pass in the final third that both sides really struggled with at times in the first 45 and really retaining possession for a substantial period of time. But we are underway for the second 45 as the Wellington Phoenix get us going. And there's Alyssa Wynnum straight on the charge. Seen her do that throughout this season, but this time they give away a free kick. And looping, finding Wynnum and asking a lot of Benaya Elliott. Panic. Fuller, able to turn, but not able to find a teammate. Valau. Longo. Pivot and find the options. Elliott. Run it back in a good area with that pass on the wrong side of Rasmussen and Jabup. Wynnum. It's a good driving ball forward. Ferguson able to pick it up and Ray able to knock it away. Longo. That ball rolled a little bit further ahead than she probably would have liked. It's one of those shifty players that can find a moment of magic in this game. He needs it. Kenzie Barry. Kelly. And quickly pounced on by Bianca Galich. Option out wide, that's where the ball goes. Can they find the next pass? That's been the struggle all game. Wynnum under pressure from Quilligan and a little bit too overzealous in that challenge from Tess Quilligan. Tess Quilligan maybe just saying, I had a lot of that happen to me in the first 45 minutes. Hounded constantly when she was on the ball, but that time too much in that challenge on Alyssa Wynnum. McCutcheon. She's allowed to run a long way and out of too far ahead of Lara Wall. Rowe making the run that time. Brooke Nunn picking up the ball in those pockets that she was able to in the first 45, but can they build on it? Fuller able to get the cross away. Rasmussen and Martin was lurking at the far post. Tiana Fuller almost lonesome, just hitting it into the box and asking something of her teammates, and Rasmussen couldn't get it that time. And Fuller, 2 goals so far this season. She's been a very important addition to the side. Now Grace Charlotte, she had her chances in the first 45. The ball too far ahead, Ferguson, and just shielded out by Jess Nash. Wynnum, Milligan sending it away. And Rasmussen finally wins a free kick. Every single time the ball is coming towards her and she's got her back to goal, there is almost certainly a Wellington Phoenix defender. It was mainly Mackenzie Barry in the first 45, but Olivia Kelly getting involved now as well and applying the pressure, being very physical with Annalise Rasmussen. Jaber, Longo. Elliott, Longo. And once again, just very static, the movement going forward from the Phoenix. They win out, and they give it away. And not sure how that's ball is with the Central Coast Mariners, but her husband will take it. Galich. Martin. Trying to curl it. It's the path to Fuller, but Kelly got a touch to it, none. And just went on the same page once again. Ray, can she get a shot away? Elects to go for the pass. Out to Rowe. Pennick, closely followed by Maya McCutcheon. Got the nutmeg, but didn't get the ball back. I don't know if he ultimately called it a nutmeg in the end. Wynnum. Here, the Central Coast Mariners fans trying to encourage their side. Push them further forward. It's a dangerous little bobble there from Valau. And patience from Kelly. Temple hoping that his halftime message can really start eventuating for his side. And something can come of it. That's a good ball through for Rasmussen, but she's gone too early once again. Right idea, she makes the right run, Annalise Rasmussen, but just goes too quickly at times. Some of those things that if she's able just to clean it up in her game, she'll get so many more great goal-scoring opportunities. It's just that miscue of the run, but also sometimes falls on the responsibility of her teammates and knowing when she's going to make the run so they can time it a lot better. None. She's done well to take it centrally. Out to Fuller. Barry's caught. And Fuller takes a strike. Fuller off the post and into the net. She took a chance. She gets her third of the season and she breaks the deadlock. Tiana Fuller was getting closed down from every angle and just took a strike. And it hit the post, beat Falau, nestled into the back of the net. This young player, Tiana Fuller, only 16 years of age, 3 goals this season. What a start to her career and what a goal to score. Sarah Rowe now getting instruction from husband. And this is the position if you are the Mariners. trust yourself defensively. They are a good defensive side as a whole. Have that 1-goal advantage and just play your game. Jale, will they regret those chances they missed, the Wellington Phoenix? They came from behind last week against the Jets, 2 goals down, so they are capable of it. But it's going to require a lot against the Central Coast Mariners side, who are very good defensively. Nunn talked about her finding little pockets of space. She was the one who played that ball to Fuller, her second assist of the season, but really have to give the credit to Tiana Fuller for being brave enough to take that shot. And just the skill level, just to even find that angle and to curl the ball as she did. But beautifully taken, particularly with all the pressure that was coming from around her. She did a really, really good job to get that goal and find the post to help her out as well. Longo. Now Wellington. How do they respond? And asking a lot of Ferguson. Rowe. Rowe. Giving it away to Longo. Elliott up ahead. Longo poking it to Wynnum. Just feels like at times the space between the Wellington Phoenix wingers and even the midfielders to really kind of progress the ball is just too big. And getting themselves in a world of trouble, and Central Coast Mariners able to pick it off, and Rasmussen turns to shoot. And that ball just kept on taking the escalator further and further up high. As you see those substitutes, Peter Trimmis there. Yeah, it looks like the Central Coast Mariners fans are also trying to get a peek at the substitutes as well. Wall under pressure. Wellington still yet to have that shot on target, as Elliott not able to keep it in play. She had such a spark last week, Mania Elliott, against Newcastle, but this game has been relatively muted, and her efforts hasn't got away, hasn't got the space that she's needed to create. And relegated to being out wide a lot and hasn't drifted inside. They're going to need to find answers, Wellington, if they want a point out of this game. So the ball goes back to Langman, but at the moment, live ladder, Central Coast Mariners, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast. 3 points here sees them leapfrog the Wellington Phoenix, and they get themselves into 5th position on the Ninja A-League ladder. And Wellington right now sitting 6th, still in the top 6, but it's these struggles away that will be the defining factor about their top 6 campaign. have more points at this point of the season than they did all last year when it comes to games away from New Zealand. But against the side here where Ferguson may be on, Ferguson and Taylor Ray switch from being a midfielder to a defender. With the injuries they had, stood tall in that moment. Ferguson looked like she may have been slightly off, but Taylor Ray wasn't going to take any chances. Timed that tackle to perfection. Galich. Hennick. Switching it out. Headed on. Rasmussen, can she beat Kelly? Kelly almost got her goalkeeper in a world of trouble. Naya Elliott. Well, Paul Temple likes his side to have more possession. Paul Temple likes to have possession, and they've certainly done that to start this opening portion of the second 45. 65.2% of the possession to start it out. But it's the Mariners on a counter who got themselves a lead courtesy of Tiana Fuller, only 16 years of age. 3 goals so far this season. And McCutcheon took an effort and took a deflection on the way through. It always feels like somewhat of a trend when somebody takes a long-range effort and they find the ball into the back of the net. It does feel sometimes like we get a general uptick in other players taking long-range efforts. Maybe it just goes around the ground and everybody's just feels that slight sense of let's take a shot. Longo, curling ball, there's chances and there's players, and it's headed, punched away by Langman, who's hobbling. And if they can get a shot away and capitalise, they can't, but it will be another corner. So we'll see to test out Langman. So the ball was in a really great area. Kelly rose for it, but it just went slightly too early, and then Langman able to clear it away. Naya Elliott just going to remain in the background, warming up. That ball's curling, and there's runners there. Rasmussen clears it away, and it'll be another corner. These corners have been good to start. Building some pressure from Wellington. Annalie Longo, those deliveries have been good. She did score in the 90th minute, +8 at a time last week from a corner, beating Danielle Krajnak from the Newcastle Jets. This one, curling. Kelly was there. Langman bobbled it, still not cleared, and Rasmussen said, don't worry about you picking it up, I'll clear it away. Wynnum. Wall. Can she get a strike away or a cross? Went for the cross, but it was deflected out. They're finding players. They're the Wellington Phoenix with these corners. They are a tall side. They're just mistiming the headers. One good effort. All they really need. Longo goes to the far post, rising again. They got a shot away that time. And Langman right at her near post. Saw it the whole way through, shielded it. But it looks like the way this half is going, these corners may be the best route. It was Grace Jarley who got the header down. As she rose, her momentum headed the ball down as opposed to directly straight, and that probably helped Langman out, but either way, it was a great chance and equally matched with some really good goalkeeping. Jaber ready to make the run. Trying to encourage her side forward. Promote some positivity in their movement as Wynnum hitting the back of Martin. Galich. There's the goal scorer. And Fuller.
And Wellington sub 9 out for 20, 9 for 20.
Fuller played the ball that time straight to Longo. Wynnum. And beating the run of Ferguson. So impressive to think about players like Tiana Fuller, only 16 years of age, on a scholarship contract. These injuries that the Mariners have had have really allowed her an opportunity, and she certainly capitalised. 2 goals in back-to-back games. Now she gets her 3rd. So those promising young talents that we have throughout this competition that really excite us about the future of this game. There's Grace Jarley, one-on-one with Rowe, and couldn't find the pass to beat Quilligan. Jarley, will it sit for Wynnum? It won't, and Ray able to clear it and find Galich. Ball goes straight into Rowe. Pennick. Nunn. Kelly stepped through and maybe got a piece of Brooke Nunn on the way through. Barry. Kenzie Barry a long way from her usual position, but she's made the run forward. Can she get the ball across? Maybe slightly shoved. And we're going to get Shay Evans brought on. And also Greta Krasula. And we're going to replace Annalise Rasmussen. Also substitution there for Emma Main, who's going to come on and replace Ferguson. So it's actually Brooke Nunn who comes off for Greta Krasula. Wynnum. Jarley. So confirm those substitutions that were just made. A lot of numbers on those boards. That's Annalise Rasmussen and Brooke Nunn, replaced by Greta Krasula and Shay Evans. And for Wellington, Emma Main coming on for Liv Ferguson. So Main, threat up front. What can she do for this side? Substitutes helped last week. Can they help once again? Evans, Pennick. Wynnum turning straight into the path of Quilligan though. Miscue there from Tiana Fuller. She's done a lot in this game. She can do a lot, but that time didn't work out. strong challenge, advantage played, Quilligan. Rowe. Nash under pressure from Wynnum. Martin, high ball, and easily out of the field of play. Quilligan. Wynnum. And fouled. There's confirmation of those earlier substitutions. Main. Nice real side of her. Nash. Forced to retreat. Right. Managed to keep that in play, the Mariners, but they're not having much luck to get it out. Priscilla not helping in that cause at the moment. Priscilla. Just getting trapped here in this little pocket, Central Coast Mariners, but Wellington not able to capitalise and really put them under pressure. We're going to see a substitution. Olivia Ingham going to come on to replace Alyssa Wynnum. Tough afternoon for Wynnum. Couldn't create as much as she would have necessarily liked. Had a really good season so far, but this is probably not one of her favourite games. So far, the Central Coast Mariners continuing the trend in the short history of these two sides facing off against each other. They have won the previous two meetings. Wellington never getting a point. Evans trying to play through now. It's a foot race. And Tiana Jaber, I think she puts herself up against most people in the competition. She can win out. Elliott. And just running themselves into trouble. And just a little bit of the speed of play from Wellington at times. It's just very slow. And that ball's poked through, and Evans not going to beat Barry or Valau to the ball. Main lost it, won it back immediately. They can't keep doing that, the Wellington Phoenix, if they want something out of this game. And Tess Quilligan has gone down, holding her calves and just the back of her legs. Maybe cramping up just a little bit. See if she requires any treatment. If she does, so It's a chance for a breather for the Mariners. Get a little bit of treatment. And Quilligan is back up on her feet. And there is pickle juice at it again. It is just unfortunate for professional athletes. It would be an easy reason to not be a professional athlete, that pickle juice. And clearly Tess Quilligan doesn't like it either. Longo. Martin. I don't know if that ball ever made its way into the field of play at all. Barry. Making the run forward, looking for options. Yes. Didn't look like it took a knock off Jessica Nash. It's going to win the Phoenix a corner. And all of their corners in this second half have produced a little bit of chaos. At least had their players getting to it first. Or just raising the threat level at the goal. Can they produce it again? Can Longo recreate what she did last week? That ball's curling, got heads up and missed everybody. It was a good ball. Just not timing that jump right at the moment, Olivia Kelly, and that ball from Jaber didn't look great off the boot, but it almost fell. It's in a nice area, but it does feel like Olivia Kelly rises the highest, but unfortunately for her, she's just miscuing that jump ever so slightly. She's missing out an opportunity at goal for her side. If you try enough times, eventually either something will come of it or it is the definition of insanity. So we have to see how it works out for the Phoenix. Evans going too early. We're going to see Peter Trimmis come on for Tess Quilligan. A tough afternoon, Tess Quilligan. Absolutely harassed in the first 45 minutes. Any time she got on the ball, felt like a point of emphasis for the Phoenix. A quiet afternoon, but when the side's 1-0 up, it doesn't really matter. Evans. Martin. Longo. Jaber. Just in those little wing positions that Wellington keep losing the ball and keep giving it away. And can panic punish them. Barry does well to push her further away from goal. High ball from Fuller. Headed away by Longo. Ingham tried to chase it down, can do so. Trimmis. Able to get some space, Trimmis, and not able to find Jade Pennick. She had ball just lost and looking for some directions. Trimis just couldn't find the pass to really punish her. Main. And playing it easy as you like. There's 10 minutes left to go. Under 10 minutes. Wellington Phoenix really need to conjure up something and really kind of feel the spirit of last week's game or have a moment of individual brilliance that we saw from the Central Coast Mariners. It's why they lead 1-0 to nil. Tiana Fuller off a run from Brooke Nunn, able to slot it away. High degree of difficulty with that chance. Very far out from the box. Curling effort off the post. That's what separates these two sides. It's 16-year-old's effort, and now number 16 for the Wellington Phoenix. Alan Lee Longo tries from distance. Longo, such high work rate from the captain of the Phoenix. He's constantly moving. He'll drop deep, go a little bit higher. Always wanting to get the movement, but this afternoon it hasn't necessarily worked. Haven't been on the same page, these Wellington Phoenix players. Ball was trapped, and Jaber came away with it. A crunching tackle there onto Tiana Fuller. Nikki Galich never afraid of a physical battle. This is an important, really important test for the Wellington Phoenix. They are heading into a really tricky part of their season where they've got obviously the Mariners today and they've got the Raw away next week. And they welcome Melbourne Victory at home. But once they get through that portion, if they're able to just get enough points, they do close out the season with only 2 away games, and that's Sydney FC and Canberra United, which is quite favourable. Their home games are tough, but they do play significantly well at home and a lot better. They've only lost 1 game at home so far this season. I'll explain the math about how Wellington struggled last season to make the top 6, and it was those away games they really struggled at. It's this little period in the season, they need to get points, and they're not starting on the right foot right now, being a goal down against the Central Coast Mariners. Shay Evans is going to take that long-range effort, and that was well off. And it's the first time that the Mariners have really taken a shot since the 58th minute. And Annalise Rasmussen took one. It's been all Wellington Phoenix in terms of shots. They've had the last 7 before that Shay Evans strike. They just haven't been able to put them away. Haven't been able to punish the Central Coast Mariners. A lot more of the ball. And just the connectivity in this side has just not been where it needs to be. It's a punching tackle as well. And Peter Trimis could be away up against Mackenzie Barry, and the experience of Barry wins out Main. Asking Jarley to run, and Jess Nash getting there first. Trimis. Searching, finding Fuller. Can she get a second? Tiana Fuller. That one well wide. And how did she find herself with so much space on this left-hand side? Everybody from the Wellington Phoenix drifting to the right, and Fuller just off balance. Couldn't get her left boot to direct it on target. Rowe. And now, could Wellington capitalise on mistake from the Mariners? Can they get a shot away? They need to get a shot away, and Taylor Ray, as she has done when she's needed to, once again denying the Wellington Phoenix. It was chaotic. Wall was fighting with Rowe, and Taylor Ray, I don't know how much she really knew about that final contact, but either way, works out. Zoe McMeekin is going to come on now. And now, new signing, Jessica Seaman coming on for goal scorer Tiana Fuller. So that's a defensive substitution from the Central Coast Mariners to see out the rest of this game. Zoe McMeekin's going to come on for the Wellington Phoenix. The last we've seen of Lara Wall. A tough battle for her all game on that left-hand side. But Jessica Seaman last played for Sydney FC 2 games last season. Very experienced player. And a reliable replacement, I imagine, for the Mariners and for M. Husband to trust. Kelly, and that ball, Langman had to reach for it. Managed to get there. Trying to create something, and this is something that we necessarily wouldn't have seen as often from the Phoenix last year. Going long, they really were determined to play short passes quickly. We've seen a few times this game, they want to go long, they'll switch the play. Longo losing out to Evans, who's hungry for the ball and unable to keep it in play, but timely interception from Shay Evans. Jill Smiles, M. Husband side has had to be resilient, and it is a credit to her coaching and her coaching staff that they've not got discouraged this side as they face so many injuries and have done what they needed to do throughout games to keep them in touch with the top six. And Galich can get a strike away. Valau saw it through. They also have resilience that can really define a side when adversity comes in their season, and they've done a really good job. As Galich saw the ball and then just clipping some feet on the way through. Barry. There's no numbers. The Mariners are really good at their defensive shape. They will make you feel like there's more of them out there, which is the positions they occupy. And it's really difficult for sides to break them down. Maybe why Wellington's best chances, excluding those ones in the first 45. Grace Jale right in front of goal, not able to put it away. Ferguson denied by Sarah Langman. That's why they've just been not able to put those few chances they've had, which are clean on goal, away. And now Jaber goes for the run and then fumbling through to Jessica Seaman. Cutchin. Dangerous ball out, but you're playing it to Taylor Ray. You're feeling pretty confident that she'll make a good decision after as well. She finds Rowe. And there'll be 4 minutes added on to close out this 45. It was 8 against Newcastle. The Phoenix got a goal and got the winner. Can they get an equaliser? That's a good ball through. And Longo may have been off, and she was. And Elliott, maybe could she have let it go for Longo for the initial run? But I don't know if the ball had enough momentum to carry through without it being cleared away by one of the Mariners defenders who were in close proximity. Ingham, she's going to send the ball into the box. Seaman just, she initially went for it, but then heard the call and halted that jump in the air. American Ryan McCutcheon, re-signing during the off-season. Sarah Langman for some time wasting, gets her name in the book. Yellow should just take a little bit more time. Kelly, McCutcheon couldn't bring the ball with her. Jaber, Longo, and they get one last good effort. Longo's just going to send it forward. Will it sit for anybody? And they're fighting for it, and then eventually, just an overzealous challenge from Emma Main. Zoe McMeekin couldn't pick the ball up, and as that all unfolded, Main trying to keep Rowe away from the ball, just dragging her back. There's under a minute left in this game of football. Feels like the Central Coast Mariners are very close to home. Keys in the lock. Almost about to open the door and head on, and that's a good delivery into the box. Panic denied by Jaber. Shay Evans just said, I'm going to take a delivery in. And then actually it was Jaber who ended up getting the header away. I don't know if she knew too much about it. And it keeps her very, very slim hopes of the Wellington Phoenix alive. They have to defend this corner now. And you'd imagine the Central Coast Mariners want to play it short, waste time. That's why Emily Longo's just gone out there. Now that's blocked off. Ray is going to sit it up in the box. Seaman Rose. Palau has to act quickly. And there's not enough time left in this game. And there's the frustration. Jessica Seaman, new team, and they get all 3 points. It was Sienna Fuller whose goal separates the two sides. It was her bravery just to take that strike. It was the run from Brooke Nunn to find her. Wellington would be disappointed. They had chances late in that first 45 minutes for Grace Jarley, Olivia Ferguson. They couldn't put away. They had some really good chances from set piece they couldn't put away either, and that's why the Central Coast Mariners walk away winners. Central Coast Mariners 1, Wellington Phoenix 0. We take a look at how the game unfolded. They had some chances This was Fuller's one of the very first chances on goal, wide of it. But it was just a sign of things to come. She wasn't afraid of taking long-range efforts. And she was the difference maker in this game to separate the two sides. And then this effort, you know how she was denied, but Valau in the right place at the right time. Fuller was very lively. She did everything to be disruptive, had chances from long way out short. It was that beautiful effort that ultimately saw them separate the two sides, and Bianca Galich a chance from a set piece. Maybe it was this side of the pitch that set pieces worked at. But this was the chance nearing the end of the first half. Mania Elliott with a good ball into the box for Grace Jarley, who couldn't put it away. Maybe the ball slightly bobbled in front of her. And this pass dragged Ferguson wide, but Langman did all the work, made herself big, shut down the effort from Olivia Ferguson. But those were the two really big chances at the end of the first 45 that Wellington could not put away. And it's why they leave empty-handed. But this, Tiana Fuller, what a strike, what an effort from 16-year-old, her third goal of the season. That equals the Wellington Phoenix top scorers so far this season. A really, really great strike. A well-deserved effort from a young player who's got a very promising career. And then these late efforts and long balls just not good enough from the Wellington.
Someone else. Oh, brilliant.
First of many. This way? Yeah, perfect.
Hey Tiana, it's Pakua here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, all good.
Awesome, awesome. Tiana, when you're answering the question, you just want to look straight down the camera for me, that'd be great, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, easy.
This is going to be as easy as you scoring that goal. Very, very nice goal.
Thank you.
Sorry, let's go a little bit. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Fiddling with your headphones.
Yeah.
We're not too far from getting going, so he's super, super easy,
Yeah,
super
easy.
chill.
Okay. Thank you.